everyone, and welcome back to the desk with me, Alex, at the desk. And today I've got some wire, and I've got soldering iron, some solder, flux, points, the drill, because we're going to work on the track work for Mickwick Harbour. See, I've got these to finally give us a run round, so they'll actually be able to do shunting. So yeah. Oh, the credits. And yes, so obviously I will have to move the rolling stock that's here, although I'll be putting it back in because the idea is that I'm going to run it back up to Beaglington-On-Sea in the next episode. So yeah, but basically I've got points to put in here that will give us our goods head shunt and our runaround capabilities. And then with that fixed down, hopefully another episode I'll be able to build some platforms. So that's the plan anyway. It's got this wire that actually came with the soldering iron, I think, and I've got some sort of weird Chinese solder and flux from one of those websites. And then I've got some points here. They've got two right-hand turnouts. So we're going to use those, and basically the reason I've got the soldering stuff is because I'm actually going to take some dropper wires down from the track that goes over the bridge, because I want to be able to shunt over this side in Mickwick while say stuff's over in the branch in Beaglington-On-Sea. So I'll be able to isolate that hopefully with the points on the branch side in Beaglington, because the wires are attached to the head shunt, if that's not too confusing. The head shunt, which is currently stuck up at an angle like this because the cat pulled it up and I haven't managed to get it back into place. So I'm going to take the camera and I'll show you where I'm going to put my wires. So here we have the bridge as we did in the last time I was with you at the desk, and basically I want to attach dropper wires to this track here, and I'll run them down the side here and drill through and basically hide them going through the board, and then I should be able to bring them up towards the desk end eventually when I get more wires, and that'll allow me to connect up a controller when I get another controller. So that'll allow me to do shunting down in Mickwick completely separately of the other side of the railway. I don't even have to have the other side of the railway turned on to do it. So it'll be like operating an end-to-end or terminus to fiddle yard kind of layout. So we have to take this back up to take it to the desk, and it's a bit of a nuisance, but because the train's still on the track below. But once I get that in, then I'll be able to put it down, and then I'll be able to run the trains out of the station and hopefully sort out the track work on that side and fix it all down. Right, so we can go and plug in the soldering iron and turn it on. There we are, that's heating up now. Pop that in there. And then we've got our track here, which hopefully will work. Not tested it in place. So it's got a couple of points. I think I was planning on soldering about here. Although I do see that there's a bit here where I could do it. But unfortunately, that's probably too close to the bridge itself. So I'm going to go for this point here. I think. I don't know. Let me just check. Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be here, anyways. So I've got my rotary tool, and I'm just going to cut a little bit of that plastic away. Now, I've got our flux here, and hopefully I can apply that with something. I do have cocktail sticks here somewhere, but there they are. got off. Right. I'm just going to apply it here with a cocktail stick to the rail itself. Just take that side. There we are. Right. So that one's ready anyways. The red wire. Cut the red wire. Right. Ready. There we go. Right. So we're going to tin these first. We've got our solder here. Just put a little bit on the end of our solder gun. And then we're going to put a bit of that onto there. Although I might need to cut more sleeper out again. That's one. Oh, that's two. That's worked. Right. And then I don't know how that's got dangled down there, but attach that to the rail. There you go. Hopefully they don't come off any more than they have already trying to do that. Right, so in order to test the track, I'm going to attach the rails and wires, whatever, together. I'm going to sandwich them into a point. The red one is connected there, and the black one will have to slot in somewhere, or I can just tap it off the rail. No, there we go. Anyways, so I've got to connect up that line to the controller, so that's that line, and then we'll get ourselves a test train. Get the old M&GN tank, like that. I don't know which one it's plugged into. I think it's that one. So, whoops, if this starts up, sorry, I'll just do it this way. Easy. Just tap it on. There we go. So that obviously works, which means I've done something. Hey, right. Now we can go put it back where it should be once we need to drill some holes. So now we're back here where the bridge is, and you can see that the wires are going to be here. And I have to bring the track level up just a little bit I've got some foam board I'm going to attempt to do it with. And then I can put the wires down the side here, and I'm going to drill a hole. So, yeah. Right, I've not had much luck with this drill and this railway. We're going to see now if I can put a hole through the board there. Oh dear. Is it through? It is through. That's good. The it's stuck in the hole. Gotcha. Right, and then straight out of it, we can put the wires through the hole. Oh, the bloody wires come unsoldered. Blimmin' thing. The whole end has come off. So reattach the black wire, and hopefully they don't come off this time. And we just have to try and thread these wires through the hole. So I'll take the two of them and wrap them together a bit. Not really working, but I want them to stay together. Through the hole and then straight down. There we go. That sits there, and those wires will be pulled down there anyways. So that's going to be held down there. So we just need a little bit of support there, I'd say. It's really coming down the other side that's where the height issue is going to be an issue here. Take a wedge of it there and place it underneath here where the wires are, and a wedge of it on the other side of the wires, like so. And then that track will be pinned down, and that will be fine like that. This side, we need to bring down the height more quickly because of the point. So I'm wondering if I can like cut it at an angle. Like that. And have that kind of in under there. I don't know how well that will work. Maybe it won't, I don't know. I'm going to chuck our piece in under there anyways, like that. Because there'll be ballast up to the bridge anyways. Let's say that'll probably be alright. Right, so I've got some all-purpose glue, and with that I should be able to fix down these foam pads. I'll just do a bit either side, like that. And then we'll fix my wires down a bit there. And then we'll slot in card around here to be our thing another time, maybe when I do the platforms. That's in there like that. So that'll hopefully hold those in place. And then we can go and move the rolling stock out of the station. So we've removed the rolling stock from the station, and this is where we're going to now focus our attention. It's all cat hair. Blow some of it away. We've got these right hand points. There we go. And they are going to be connected together to be our run around connecting points. These are brand new, so it should work perfectly. So we've got this piece of track coming out here. This piece of track is coming out here. Just dust that down. Sort of 10 hairs in the paint itself below. And obviously this doesn't get ballasted, so that won't really matter too much. So it looks like underneath. Just that out a bit. Protection. There we are. So that is our. And this obviously just goes back onto here, like that, and we've now got some track here that we can replace. This one and this one. And I was going to have it sort of curved away. I don't think I have any curves to do it at the end where the goods yard would be. Well, I don't think it really matters now. To have a goods facility down the far end over there, see, over here. Well, it is paint, that's all right. So that's where our track is going to be, and we just have to fix it down. And then obviously you'll have a station here, there'll be a platform here, and along by this stretch of line here. So that will be our bay platform. I'll just get a coach. Just got to leave my Mark 1 here because I want to test our clearances for when we're over here, because to make sure we've got our so now what I want to do is I want to bring this coach up here and I want to pass it through here and make sure that I'll be able to put in a wall on that side, and I will, because I want to make sure I've got enough space to fit a platform here as well. So now we just have to fix down the track. So I don't actually have any track pins or anything. I'm just going to put a spot of glue over here now, off camera, where these foam bits are. I think what I'll do is I'll just brush down PVA and I'll set the track into that. Because at least I can move it around then. Nice. I forgot that was child locked, so I won't cause any trouble. Now the trouble with this is that it might take a very long time to glue because it's so cold down here. The glue is like so thick from the cold. I'm going to have to put lots of objects on top to hold it down. So yeah, I'm going to lift the track up and just make PVA where the track is going to go. And now I just have to get it way down onto that. So we're going to put this over here, I think, over there. And so yes, the track is weighed down and is gluing. But we've run out of time for this episode of Alex at the Desk, and obviously we're going to have to wait for this stuff to glue down. So there's not much more I can do. And if you'd like to find out whether this has worked or not, tune into the next episode of Beaglington-On-Sea, where we'll almost certainly find out. And so yeah, that's where I'm going to leave this episode. Thank you very much for joining me at the desk, and we'll have another update of Mickwick soon enough. I've got platforms to build once the track's in, and hopefully glued in the right place. And then I've got a little bit more of the stuff to do around the bridge. Hopefully everything will be nice and secure, and it'll work nicely over Christmas. And then after that, we'll do the ballasting. Yeah, so it's all looking fairly busy here. Don't forget, you can comment on this and tell me what you think of my efforts. Really wouldn't follow what I was doing soldering. You should wear protective gloves and all that kind of jazz. Make sure you've got an open window as well for the fumes. Just add that, you know, in case anyone tries to pull about these. Yeah, that's it. Thank you once again for watching. Don't forget, you can like, comment, share and subscribe. And there's a subscribe bubble and the playlist thing. And yeah, be merry, have a nice time. Ta-ra.